that said kill every motherfucking thing living in the village, including the livestock. And when they ain't do it, he punished their ass. So it can't be a sin, right? It just got to be selectively used. It's context and intent that make the difference. Because sometimes you got to kill a motherfucker in order to survive. That's not murder. Yep. Yeah, so when they raped Dinah, the whole motherfucking clan of Jacob went and killed that whole clan off after they made them get circumcised where they couldn't fight back. While they was in the pain of circumcision, they came through and wiped all them motherfuckers out. That's just one clan they wiped out. If you read, Yahweh feared the Moabite god Chemosh. Go back and look in the book. Chemosh was the motherfucking, look, Chemosh. It's in the Bible. Go to your Strong's Concordance and read. Chemosh they call him the mighty. That's what Chemosh mean, the mighty one. If you go back into the Sumerian record, you know that the mighty one is known as Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is called Nimrod by the foreigners. Right? And what we don't know is Nimrod, the only motherfuckers that the fake ass gods feared. And why did they fear him? Well, one, he was literally beating their ass, but they didn't want him to ever be recognized publicly. And this is why. Nimrod is the only motherfucker they couldn't trick at that time. So since they couldn't trick him, they feared him. Any motherfucker they called the trickster is not the real trickster. The trick is to make you believe that the one that can't be tricked is the trickster. Right? So, what you be looking at is not what they be telling. It's not the story the way that it happened. It's the story the way that the conquerors need to tell the story to subjugate the people. Goddamn right. Loki was the rightful heir to the throne when you go back to read the story. And they just put that half a fag named Thor, they just put him there so Loki couldn't get his seat. But he always knew that as soon as his big sister came home, that shit was a wrap. So that's why you see at the beginning of Ragnarok, when Thor throw that hammer at his big sister, and she catch that motherfucker and crush it. That show you where the real power at. Mitochondria run this bitch. I keep telling y'all that, and y'all keep thinking I'm crazy. Mitochondria run the earth realm. If you don't understand mitochondria, do your research on what it is. Mitochondria is in its free radical form as a microorganism in the earth. You will not have a DNA of any living organism on earth that's not powered by mitochondria. And the mitochondria can only be controlled by the ones who can purvey the mitochondria. A purveyor is a distributor. Right? So if the only ones that can distribute the mitochondria is the mother, then goddamn it, Mama God. Mama God. We just call her Big Mama. Mama God. So if you don't understand how it works, you will always be chasing your tail trying to figure this shit out because they're going to always be sending a motherfucker on a wild goose chase. The only problem is I don't have an appetite for geese. I got an appetite for vampires. We look like kin, but we not kin. We werewolves. We the ones who wear the wolves. The wolf pelt, right? When you go back and read in the stories, they say the wolves came from where the fuck they come from, right? That's stealth mode in modern. That's camouflage in modern military terminology, right? So when Chief Pontiac ran up against them motherfuckers at Fort Detroit, he didn't go in that motherfucker on no haphazard ass dumb shit, just run up in that motherfucker gung ho. That nigga called the Shadow Warriors, the Stealth Warriors. He called the Black Panthers, the Black Wolves. They call them black because that's what they look like before they come out the shadows, like they just stepped out of the darkness, right?